This was likely the most top-secret mission the US Navy undertook during World War II. A heavy cruiser transported 2 war-ending weapons to Tinian Island without any escort ships. During World War II, a lone heavy cruiser could easily face Japanese air raids. Despite its strong anti-aircraft firepower, the cruiser sometimes couldn't fend off Japanese kamikaze attacks. However, such overt attacks at least allowed them to quickly locate the target. The greatest fear was the sudden appearance of Japanese submarines underwater. Japanese submarines could launch not only regular torpedoes but also manned torpedoes. The pilot inside could adjust the torpedo's attack direction at any time. Once targeted by such a torpedo, the attacked ship had little chance of escape. As the captain of the heavy cruiser, Mark knew the mission was fraught with danger, but he had to accept it due to pressure from the US military high command. With the US-Japan war ongoing for 4 years, the US government wanted to avoid sending many soldiers to fight on Japanese soil, increasing casualties, so they decided to use the atomic bomb. At the time, the US military lacked long-range bombers to directly deliver the atomic bomb to Japan, so the general decided to use a warship for transport, avoiding Japanese attention and quickly delivering the bomb to the Tinian Island airbase. Then, a B-29 bomber from there would deliver the bomb to Japan. Coincidentally, the heavy cruiser USS Indianapolis, under Mark's command, was undergoing repairs and resupply at the base, so the task of transporting the atomic bomb fell to Mark. Initially, the superiors didn't tell Mark he was transporting an atomic bomb, only that it was a top-secret mission ordered by the president. They had to deliver the 2 items to Tinian Island as quickly as possible without any escort. Time was tight, and the mission was heavy. The next day, Mark gathered all the crew on deck for a final photo before departure. He knew the mission was extremely dangerous and could be their last. The USS Indianapolis then departed from the naval base near the Golden Gate Bridge. During the journey, Mark was worried because some soldiers on board had never experienced real combat and had no concept of the dangers at sea. Additionally, the ship was designed to destroy enemy ships and planes, not effectively counter submarines. Moreover, Japanese submarines were now equipped with Titan torpedoes. Even if they navigated in a zigzag pattern to avoid submarines, they had no defense against Titan torpedoes. So, they didn't need to worry about submarine attacks, just that the soldiers could quickly prepare defenses against surface ships and planes. For this reason, they conducted a combat drill during the journey. Although some soldiers hadn't seen combat, their speed during the drill was impressive. The ship from being sunk by the Japanese later. After several days, they safely reached Tinian Island, and the mysterious cargo was quickly transferred to a truck and taken to the airbase's armory. They thought the mission was over, but the captain received a mysterious letter ordering them to sail to White Island. Thinking they had successfully delivered the cargo, the captain quickly found the base admiral to request an escort to White Island, but the admiral said it was a secret mission, and officially they hadn't been there, so he couldn't provide an escort. Hearing this, the captain was helpless, but orders are orders. The next morning, they left Tinian Island and set sail alone again. Soon it was night, and when the captain checked the situation on the bridge, a soldier reported someone sleeping on deck. A thick fog was rising over the sea, so the captain ordered them to quickly pass through the fog and then navigate in a zigzag pattern. Leaving the bridge, the captain asked the vice captain about punishing 24 people to a week of duty in the boiler room. The vice captain said the Japanese were very disciplined, and to defeat them, they couldn't relax, but the captain felt the crew was overworked. Occasional small mistakes didn't need strict correction, but the captain's kindness later brought disaster. A Japanese submarine had surfaced nearby, and the enemy officer had spotted them through binoculars and prepared to attack. The submarine was diving to torpedo depth, but unexpectedly, the soldiers on the ship were so relaxed they played a phonograph and music spread throughout the ship. Everyone was relaxed, especially those punished by the vice captain, who were gambling in the kitchen, unaware of the approaching danger. Meanwhile, the Japanese had targeted the ship through the periscope, and with an order, 2 torpedoes were launched. As the torpedoes neared the ship, the kitchen soldiers were still playing. Unaware of the impending attack, the captain ordered battle stations. Was no chance to counterattack. The Japanese launched more torpedoes, causing fires inside the ship. Some tried to use the fire suppression system, but the fires spread too fast and the system couldn't control them. With continuous explosions, many soldiers jumped into the sea. Ship began to tilt forward, and the front half sank into the sea. The ship broke in half, but the crew jumped into the sea in time. The rear half also tilted, and the crew had to jump off. In this crisis, the captain was still commanding, but was blown into the sea. Fortunately, he wasn't injured, but his heavy cruiser was about to sink completely.